Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and have a nice day. My name is Muhammad NOOR ALIF BIN AHMAD. My metric number is D20211100276. I am from ISMP Multimedia. Today, I will talk about the individual assignment, which is the summary of topic 1 until topic 5 that have been given. Okay, next we will talk about topic 1, which is copyright infringement. So, what is copyright infringement? Copyright infringement occurs when someone uses, distribute, or reproduce someone else's copyrighted work without permission. This can include using music, video, software, or written material that is protected under copyright law without obtaining the required legal authorization from the creator or copyright owner. Next, we will talk about the harmful impact of copyright infringement. There are 3 impacts, which is the first is economic loss. Creator and industry lose significant revenue due to authorized use of their work. This loss affect their livelihood and discover further innovation and creativity. Second is the violation of intellectual property. When copyright material are shared without proper authorization, it undermines the value of intellectual property. And the last one is legal and ethical concern, which is copyright infringement is a validation of legal ethical principle, is disregard the right of creator and dismisses respect for intellectual property law. Next, we will talk about impact of consumer. Consumer might unknowingly access low quality or altered version of copyright material, leading to compromised user experience. In this case of software, using pirate version can also expose user to security risks as malware or data breaches. An example illustration the harm of copyright infringement is the widespread privacy of movie and music drove platform like Toro website. This practice significant impact revenue stream for artists and produce company, reducing their ability to fund future projects. Next, we will talk about preventing copyright infringement. There are 3 preventing copyright infringement, which is the first is educate the public. First, we need to raise awareness about copyright law and the consequences of infringement through campaign, workshop, and educational program. Second, use the lesson content. Always obtain content through authorized channel. For instance, use platforms that provide legal access to movie, music, and software. And the last one is implement a technology measure, which is organizers can use digital right management (DRM) system to protect their content from the unauthorized use. Next, we talk about strengthening legal framework. There are 3, which is the first is stricter penalties. Government should enforce stricter penalties of copyright infringement and ensure that violators are held accountable. Second is international cooperation. Cooperation between countries can also help combat cross-border privacy. And the last one is encourage reporting. Provide channel for individuals to report instances of copyright infringement. Okay, next is ethical practice. Individuals should respect intellectual property rights by not engaging in activities such as illegal downloading or sharing of copyright infringement material. Adopting ethical practice is crucial in providing copyright infringement. By respecting the right of creator and understanding the consequences of unauthorized use, we can contribute to a more responsibility and suitable digital environment. The key to take away a next step. Copyright infringement is a complex issue with a significant consequence for creator, business, and consumer. It is essential to understand the legal framework, the impact of infringement, and the steps we can take to prevent. Okay, next we will talk about topic 2, which is the intellectual property. So, what is definition of intellectual property? Intellectual property refers to creation of the mind, including invention, literary and artistic work, design, symbol, name, and image used in commerce. It is a legal concept that grants creators exclusive right over the creation, enable them to benefit financially or otherwise from their work. There are 3 types of intellectual property, which is patent, trademark, and copyright. For patent new innovation including product, process, or technical solution. They are such a novel, useful. For example, a new pharmaceutical drug and provide the innovation treatment for disease. For the trademark, like a safeguard distinctive sign, logos, or symbol that are differentiated good or service for the entity to another. For example, the Apple logo or Nexus. And the last one is copyright. Provide protection for original work or authorship such as a book, music, movie, software, and art. For the example, a novel by a famous author and popular song. Next, registering IP for software. There are 2 steps here. Step 1 is specify IP protection type. You must to conduct a patent such using the MyIPO, IP online system to ensure the originality of your software innovation and avoid duplicating existing patent. Prepare a detailed technical description of your software, including specific claim that define the unique feature. Obtain a decade post by reiterating those MyIPO. Step 2 is visit MyIPO website. Go to MyIPO website such as below for the guideline and application form. Okay, next we will talk about registration process copyright. For copyright registration, begins by logging into the MyIPO online system and completing the voluntary notification form. This is formalize your copyright claim and enhance legal protection in case of disputes. Or the form is submitted, pay the applicable fees through the online payment system, which is generally affordable and varies by the type of work. After processing, download and save the acknowledgement receipt as proof of registration. Next is registration process patent. For patent registration, start by completing form patent application, either online or manual. This form requires detailed information about your invitation and its claim. After completing form, pay the application fee, which is typically start at Rm 515. Those additional fees by apply depending on the complexity of documentation. If the international patent is required, file a patent cooperation treaty application drop off by IPO. Next is monitoring application status. Once your application is submitted, use the MyIPO tracking system to monitor its status regularly. Address any objection or additional requirement properly to avoid delay in the process. Utilizing intellectual property right. Upon approval, your intellectual property right can be leveraged strategically. You may license your creation, secure competitive as the market, or take a legal action against infringement to safeguard and your right and maximize the benefit of your intellectual property. Next, we move to the topic 3, which is privacy and surveillance. Definition of surveillance. Surveillance is the act of accessing something to obtain the information. It can be a voice monitoring an entity such as a person, place, or activity to gather the data. Next is purpose scope. Surveillance purpose vary, ranging for the safeguard property to collection data or gathering evidence. It employed by law enforcement, military, and civilians alike. There are three types of surveillance, which is physical surveillance, electronic surveillance, covert surveillance. For the physical surveillance, there involves real-time monitoring of a subject movement and activities using traditional observation methods such as static or mobile observation. Next is electronic surveillance. Utilize electronic devices to monitor communication, including phone cell, email, and social media activity, often requiring legal authorization. The last is covert surveillance, carried out without the subject knowledge, employing hidden camera, microphone, or other discrete to gather the information. Next, we talk about advanced surveillance technique. There are two, which is technical surveillance. Leverage specialization tool and technologies such as GPS tracker, computer forensic tool, and other advanced gadgets to gather detailed information. The second is cyber surveillance. It involves monitoring an individual online activity, including browse history, online transaction, and digital communication. Next, we talk about workplace surveillance. There are two, which is one in monitoring practice. Employee can monitor employee computer activity to ensure productivity, safeguard company asset, and prevent misuse of resources. The second is transparency and method. Transparency is key, and employers are often informed the monitoring practice draws IT politician, employment agreement, or workplace guidelines. Next is government surveillance. The one is data collection. Government collect data from digital platform, including tracking the individual movement, drove a smartphone geolocation service. The second is GPS tracking. Agencies like FBI use GPS tracking device installed on vehicles to monitor an individual movement over time. The last is advanced technologies. Facial recognition, biometric identification, and monitoring of digital communication are increasingly being employed by government. Next is ethical concern of surveillance. There are three, which is first is privacy invasion. Exercise or consented monitoring infringes upon the right to privacy and cornerstone of democratic value. The next is unethical practice. Misuse of surveillance data can lead to unethical practice such as profiling, discrimination, or targeting vulnerable communication. The last is diminishes trust. Widespread surveillance may diminish public trust in institutions as individuals may perceive their freedom and right of being compromised. Next is protecting your privacy. Firstly, you can encrypted communication. You can use platforms like a Signal or ProtonMail, which provide end-to-end encryption to safeguard your message and email. Second, use the VPN. Employ a VPN to connect your IP address, safeguarding and your online activities from civilized and unauthorized tracking. 3. The third is privacy-focused search engine. Use the search engine like a DuckDuckGo, which do not stop your search history or track your online behavior. Fourth is secure your device. Use strong password and enable encryption on your device to protect against unauthorized access to the data breaches. And the last but not least, avoid public Wi-Fi. Public Wi-Fi particularly vulnerable to surveillance and hacking. If you're using public New York enable, you always connect through a VPN. Next, we talk about topic 4, which is computer reliability. Why reliability matter? Why this is so important? Because minimize downtime. Reliable system reduce downtime, ensuring continuous operation and minimize distraction to business process. Second, it also reduce the error. Reliable system minimize error, leading to increased accuracy and efficiency in data process and decision making. So now they have case study British at what IT outage. The first is system failure. A power source cause a breakdown or breathing away data center system, leading to cancellation of over 4 flights. The second is consequence. The outage result in financial loss estimated at around 8 million and tarnished British Airways reputation. The last one is lesson learned. The incident highlight the importance of robust backup measure, reliable failover system, and effective contingency planning. Next, we talk about mobile phone reliability then and now. Firstly, Nokia or BlackBerry era, simple software, robust hardware, and a focus on basic functionality. For now, Android and Apple era, complex software, advanced hardware, and focus on user experience and functionality. Software reliability, a corporation. For Nokia or BlackBerry, they are more simple software system designed to basic tasks, minimizing the likelihood of software glitches or crashes. For Android and Apple, more complex software platform offering a wide range of functionalities with frequent software updates to address bug and vulnerabilities. The last is key takeaway. There are 3 key, which is the first one is reliability accrue. Reliability computer systems are essential for ensuring consistent performance and minimizing distraction. Second, listen for failure. It can case study like a British Aware IT outage highlight the importance of robust backup measure and effective contingency planning. And the last one is evaluation of reliability. The reliability of mobile phone has evolved significantly, reflecting investment in technology and changes in user need. Next step, invest a reliable instruction. By organization should practice investing in reliable hardware and software system to ensure stability and minimize downtime. Implement robust security measures. Strong security protocols are essential to protect sensitive data and prevent unauthorized access. And the last one is embrace cloud computing. Cloud based on the solution can be embraced. Scalability, flexibility, and reliability, providing access to resource on demand. Okay, we have come to the topic 5, which is the last topic. Is about professional ethics. Okay, next is public welfare, prioritizing user safety and privacy. There are 2, data security and app reliability. For data security, the app must implement advanced encryption technique and secure storage mechanism to protect user sensitive personal and health data. It adheres to Malaysian Personal Data Protection Act (PDPA) ensure compliance with data protection, regulating and minimize risks and data breaches. For app reliability, the app functionality must be reliable, ensuring seamless performance during critical times. The app features such as Investigation booking, COVID-19 status update, require rigorous testing to emulate bug and downtime. Client and employment balancing loyalty with ethical responsibility. Okay, the first is we're gonna talk about meeting expectation. Software engineer must be meet the government expectation by delivering a high quality application that fulfill the public health objective while upholding user rights and safety. Second is advocating for user. Developers are ethically bound to advocate for user privacy and security, even when faced with a potential conflict of interest. For example, if pressure to share user data with their petless developer must prioritize ethical consideration. Next, we're gonna talk about product quality, delivering a reliable and user-friendly app. First is reliability. The app's reliability hinges on thorough testing and regular update. Developer must identify the restive system vulnerabilities to prevent the crashes or malfunction. Second, use-centric design. The app may be catered to a diverse use bug, including those with limited technology proficiency, intelligent navigation, multi-click support, and accessibility feature for individuals which is disabled are essential. Next, we're gonna talk about intentional judgment making informed decision. First, we must stay updated on advancement in technology and public health requirement, enable developer to incorporate the relevant features and improve app functionality. Second is prioritize ethics. When faced with the ethical dilemmas, such as a request to use user data for non-health related purposes, developer must prioritize ethical principles over commercial or political pressure. The third is transparency and accountability. Clear documentation and accountability is a decision-making process, ensure transparency and prevent misuse of authority. Developers should actively seek feedback from stakeholders, including the government and user, to align the app features with the ethical and social expectation. Next, the importance of ethical software developer. It is important to public trust, app integrity, and ethical practice. The next, we're gonna talk about the key ethical consideration in software development. First is public beware. Prioritize user safety, privacy, and data security. Second is client and employee. Balance loyalty with ethical responsibility, advocating for user rights. Third is product quality. Ensure reliability, use-friendliness, and complies with the standard. And the last but not least, ethical judgment. Make an informed decision based on evidence, standard, and public welfare. Okay, the last one is next step. Fostering ethical software development. The development of Masjata serves as a model for ethical software development in the public health domain. By embracing this principle, software engineering can contribute to building a more trustworthy and responsibility digital landscape. Continued dialogue and collaboration and educate are essential to ensure that technology serves humanity ethical and effective. I think that's all from me. Thank you for our lecturer, which is Dr. Hisham bin Nurdin, for giving us the time and the assignment. And I also want to thank to my fellow friends for always support and help me to complete this task. I think that's all. See you when I see you. Bye bye.